Alright, today we're looking at a very inexpensive arc welder. It's a YesWelder ARC 205 DS. It's supposed to be a 200 amp arc welder. So what we're going to do, take a look, see what's all in here. So we got a manual and not sure if it's a carrying strap. Maybe in there. There's a ground clamp. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so it's a standard plug-in type ground clamp, and looks to be copper or copper plated steel. Let's get a magnet, I'll check that. Okay, so I checked the ground clamp here. Looks to be the crossover is copper, but the jaws here are definitely steel with copper plating on them. They got pretty good tension on them. Comes a little chip and hammer. Pretty inexpensive thing. Get you started. And here's the adapter to adapt it to from 110 to 240. This is actually has a 240 plug on it, and I said it wrong. It adapts the 240 down to 110. As far as I know, it auto switches to 110. You don't have to change any switches in there. Here's your sprayer, your electrode holder. It's got a standard plug-in. And it's got a lot of tension on that electrode holder. It's pretty stiff. Let's check that. That is also magnetic, so it's copper plated steel. It's very tiny. I mean, like size of my hand. It's probably only about 12 inches across there. Size of the cord seemed a little thin for 200 amp. Electrode holder seems to be thicker than the power cord. It is thicker. It's a heavier cable. Same with the ground clamp is pretty heavy cable. If I can see, here's the size on it. Right there. Pretty heavy. Let's take a look at some other things on here. Around the back, cooling vents in the back. It's got a little plastic cover for the control. There's where you plug your welding clamps in. Pretty basic. It's got a high temperature. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. It has a high temperature warning light. And there's your power. Tells you that there's power on it. Right there. And then your digital readout. So I'm going to plug this in. And we'll see what the digital readout looks like. Alright, here's something else you might want to know. The both the clamps, the cables are about 10 feet long. And the power cord on this is about 6.5 feet. Right, here's some of the specs. It is DC current only, and there's your duty cycle for different amperage settings. Goes up to 205 amps on 220 volts, and there's the rated volts. And then here is output range, 20 amp to 205, and then on 110 you can get 20 to 145 amps out of it. Alright, here's some information about connecting the cables, and it also says cable of TIG welding, but you need to have a gas, there's no gas solenoid on it, so you need to purchase a TIG torch adapter. Right, also in the book it has some troubleshooting tips for welding if you're a first-time welder, which I've never used arc welder. MIG welding I've done. I'm no expert, but I can definitely MIG weld. And it actually has a wiring diagram. It's just sort of surprising at this price point. And I did pay, it was approximately, I think it was around just over $100 for this. They had a sale on Amazon. And then take a look at the display here. Got it on 110 outlet. Okay, it's all the way down to 20 right there. Hope I can see that with that green light. It's kind of blinding the camera. There's 20 on there. And you just turn it up, the dial, to turn up your amps. Let's turn it all the way up. 142. I guess because I'm plugged into 110, it knows that. It won't go past 142. Let's see if we can see that now. 142. I'm covering up that green light because it's really blinding. And just incrementally change that. Basically, that's all the input you have on this. You can change the polarity, obviously, by switching these. So that's all I got for you on the 205 till I start using it. I bought this for a certain project. I didn't want to spend a lot on a welder. I had just one arc welding project I'm working on, is welding an adapter onto my tractor bucket so I can turn it into a quick attach. I'm sure I'll find other uses for this, but that's the main project I bought it for.